Um, Coming in just a couple of minutes, or really just a little tiny bit early, just to see if all the technology is happening smoothly. So yeah, if anybody's here yet, it would be awesome to see if yeah, if you're receiving this or not. All right, so I'm just going to hope that some of you folks are here this morning. There's Maureen. Okay, great. Thank you so much, Maureen. And Ravenheart, thank you. Awesome. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Okay. Hi, Penny. Oh, it's so nice to see you. And Carol. Oh, goodness. Lovely to be back. And thank you all for your such kind emails and good wishes for my health and just, yeah, just so much love. It was really sweet. Thank you. For those of you that sent out emails, I really appreciate that. Thank you. Oh, yay, Ricardo, that's awesome. Hey, Alexandra. Good to see you, my dear. And Leslie Ann from the UK. Yes, I am feeling better. I'm not quite at 100%, so you'll probably hear some, you know, some stuff, but I'm here and feeling well enough to channel, so that's a good thing. So if there's any if there's any coughing or pausing for yeah, you'll know why. Um, Iggy, so good to see you, and thank you for your love, my dear. Yes, I am doing a little better. Well, actually, much better than when I originally got sick. So, okay, I really don't have a lot to say except that I have, let's see, I won't be here next week. I'm going to visit my family. And then I've already created the live streams, the rest of the live streams for July. So the 4 live streams in July are already up and created. So, barring any thing from left field, we'll be doing 4 live streams in July. Um, okay, so let's just dive right in. Hmm. Hmm. Good morning, beloved ones. It is wonderful to be with you all today in this way. I am with you always, but these are special times when I can speak to you in this way. And so I take just a moment to recognize this wonderful communion that we get to have together. That there is all this wonderful technology, that everything aligned in Danielle's life to provide this service, this offering, that you found your way here. Just take a moment to imagine everything that had to align to bring you right here, right now. When you let yourself have these moments of clarity, you cannot help but experience gratitude. It is the natural upwelling or the natural outcome of when you really home in on these moments, when you recognize the full extent of what had to come to be in order for this experience to be given to you, provided for you, offered to you. And hopefully within that gratitude there is a feeling of humility, that humble knowing that yes, you participated in creating this moment, but there was so much else beyond you, above you, greater than you, that went into creating this right here, right now, for you. And that is the spiritual principle that I want to speak of today, and that is synchronicity. Now, let me just say that synchronicity is one of those things that gets co-opted from time to time and is sometimes misunderstood, or there is the feeling that if you are not experiencing synchronicity, that there's something wrong with the way you're living your life, or you're not spiritual enough, you are not good enough. Synchronicity can be used as a way to explain things or assign reason for things that might not line up. And it's also used in ways that can create a punishing kind of atmosphere or mindset within yourself. But today I want to talk about what synchronicity is and why it is so very important when you are on a spiritual path. So, as all of you know, your spiritual awakening cannot be proven scientifically. You cannot replicate exactly the experiences that you have had in the past when it comes to experiencing things that are beyond your comprehension, beyond your ability to explain, beyond your capability of proving that they have value to anyone other than you. Your spiritual awakenings are deeply personal. And while you can assign words to try to describe or explain, you cannot capture the essence of those awakenings and just give them to someone else to say, this is here, this is what I experienced, I'm going to give it to you so you can experience it. Because as soon as energy is given to another, even with the intention of them to have the same kind of glorious spiritual experiences that you have had, as soon as it is received by another, it becomes theirs. It is utterly transformed and tailored for their life, their being, their perspective, right? God is always meeting you where you are at currently, in this moment. And that's always different for each person. So your spiritual awakenings cannot be proven. They cannot be placed solely in the realm of fact for anyone other than you. You know what you have experienced because it's your experience. You went through it. And as such, it makes things very personal. And even when you try to put it into words for other people, something is missing. You can't quite convey the depth or the intensity or how it completely opened you up in a way you did not know was possible. And then there is the question of why you? Why are you having these wonderful spiritual experiences throughout the years that maybe others are not having? Why is it that some do and some do not? And that is really what is at the heart of synchronicity. Another word for synchronicity could be flow. It is an alignment of energies. It is an alignment of circumstances, an alignment of events, an alignment of personal perspective. And all this comes together in such a way that it allows you to have a very unusual experience. And even the term spiritual experience or spiritual awakening has very different meanings for different people. If you are a part of an organized religion, that might be a religious experience. If you are atheist or agnostic and you have these experiences out in nature, or when the first time you held your child, or you had a near-death experience and you survived, there is an opening that happens within the individual, and that opening becomes filled with Spirit. The Holy Spirit, Great Spirit, life force, the joy of living or the great appreciation of life. You can assign many different words to the experience, but what is common is that there is a kind of euphoria that is experienced by people of many different walks of life, thought processes, religions, genders, sexes, all different walks of life, but they have a very similar experience. And in order to have that experience, synchronicity must be present. It must be in play. And synchronicity is a sacred energy. It is a sacred presence. So I'm going to encourage you all not to think of it as getting a good parking spot, right? Or getting the last ticket from a sold out show, or these things are somewhat synchronistic, but I'm asking you to move beyond that kind of minutia in the way that you relate to synchronicity. And I'm asking you to come into the much fuller, greater understanding of synchronicity. That it is what you all would say, mind-blowing in its essence. It is creating an alignment that is utterly designed for you, the individual. And if you meditate with synchronicity, you will discover that there are an enormous amount of moments and circumstances and people and maybe technology and all kinds of things that come together to create these unique experiences. And it is these spiritual awakenings that have allowed you to recognize yourself as something much greater than you ever imagined yourself to be. That you have depth within you that may have been unexplored until you had your first spiritual awakening. And it doesn't really matter in what arena that took place. What matters is that you allowed the synchronicity into your life. And oftentimes it is unconscious. The first many times might be very unconscious, designed solely by the soul, solely by the soul, without the mind's involvement at all, so that it takes you by surprise. It is so different and outside your normal realm of life and living. And yet when it happens, it might frighten you on some levels, but in other ways, it can be one of the most deeply perfect experiences of your life. It can be so right and real in a way that goes beyond your ideas of reality, through your five senses. It is that awakening of the sixth sense. It is as if you are being brought online in a way that you have never existed before. The experiences can be shocking, extraordinary, wonderful, terrifying, and most often a mix of everything. But what is important to understand about these experiences is that they are not random. They are designed specifically for you, with you. They are not one-off kinds of things. They are the beginning of a lifetime of these experiences. And synchronicity has become, in some ways, one of those spiritual tenets that is taken for granted. It is often assigned to that minutiae in life that, when used too often in that context, synchronicity can lose its power. It can lose its value in your own mind. It can lose its significance. If synchronicity is all about getting parking places and tickets and things that you want, I want this ticket, I want that parking place, I want this item that just happened to be at the store that I was shopping at. If you reduce synchronicity solely to those things, you dissipate and dilute its power. So I'm inviting you to you don't have to deny the parking places and the tickets and the item at the shop or whatever. That can be synchronistic, but let that be in the place it belongs. And move into alignment with synchronicity as another ally, just like trust. So once you awaken to the presence of synchronicity, and that's really what these spiritual experiences are all about, is for you to awaken to the reality of being so connected to the One. And I don't just mean the human collective One. I mean all of life one. Everything in your world, everything in the world of the divine, the seen, the unseen, the heartbeat in your planet, the essence and presence of Gaia herself and all that she provides for you. When you have these spiritual awakenings, that's what you're having, is this utter and complete connection to the One. When you meditate with synchronicity, when you invite synchronicity in, not so you can get what you want, the good parking places, the right tickets, the good item at the store. No, when you align yourself with synchronicity, you are aligning yourself with the natural flow of your life. And you make it that much easier for synchronicity to provide the circumstances, the people, the physical items you might need, the mental acuity you might need in order to achieve something, create something, flow with something. You are giving permission for synchronicity to bring it all together in your day so that you can have the day that you need to have, that is fulfilling, that is putting you in the right place at the right time with the right people consistently, not just as a one-off or every once in a while, but as a daily practice. And when you honor synchronicity for what it truly is, then you are honoring your own choice to be one with Spirit, to be one with this flow, to move in ways that might bring up fear, that might create discomfort because it is out of your normal, everyday actions. But synchronicity is an extraordinary power, and it is a power that is available to you. If you are willing to honor that power, not just use it, but to serve it, to allow this power to align in your life in such a way that you are serving this power, that you are serving as an example of what happens when synchronicity is given free rein, when synchronicity is allowed in one's daily life. So I invite you to begin the process of honoring with reverence the power of synchronicity. First, just start to observe how it works in your life. And as you notice, really give yourself over to being thankful to synchronicity, to take the time to say thank you for this alignment, for this moment. The less you take for granted in your spiritual life, the more rich and robust and abundant your spiritual life will be. Let the power of synchronicity move you. Let it work with you. And let it be a daily, ongoing reminder of the one that you are a part of, a vital part of. Let synchronicity be the power and the energy that balances your day, that brings to you everything that you need to stay in that alignment with love, that alignment with yourself, and that alignment with your life. I love you, beloved ones. Be kind to yourselves and really let yourself explore synchronicity. Make friends with it. You will be very, very glad that you did. Namaste. Hmm. I like it. I like it. Boy, I hadn't, I have to confess that I believe I have been one of those people that has relegated synchronicity to, finding good parking spots or, I don't know, littler things. Yeah, that was so good. That's a lot to contemplate and reflect on and meditate on. I'm looking forward to exploring that for sure. Um, all right, well, everybody, Jenny M, it's so great. Yes, you're so very welcome. You're welcome, Leslie Ann. You're so welcome, Carol. Have a great couple of weeks. I hope that. Oh, hi, Deb. Who know? I know, right? The more I'm thinking about this, I'm like, wow. Okay, I need to explore this. You are so welcome, Angela. Thank you. And Alexandra, so great to see you. You are welcome, Ricardo. And for those of you in the US, if you celebrate July 4th, I hope you have a lovely holiday. And just, yeah, enjoy the beginning of July. And I will see you back here on the 8th of July. So have a great couple of weeks and take care of yourselves. Much love. Bye bye.